everyone, thanks for joining me in this video. Now, the insecurity situation in our country called Nigeria is now controversial, and it's having a new twist in the international community, especially when people are seeing that majority of the people that are being killed are Christians, especially in the Middle Belt side. So the tone is becoming Christian persecution. That's what people are now saying, and it could be termed as Christian massacre. Now, I want you guys to take a listen to what this eyewitness, who is talking to the CBS in America, that are happening in the Middle Belt, and also all this Christian massacre. So guys, listen to this video. I'll be right back.
The world begins to grapple with reports of barbaric massacres of Christians in Nigeria. Mike Ode James, a correspondent for Truth Nigeria, has seen the devastation in person. What is really happening on the ground right now to followers of Jesus in Nigeria? So Mike, for a lot of people, they might not even know that anything's happening in Nigeria. So can you tell us what is going on right now?
What is going on is devastation, degradation, and dehumanization of Christians, indigenous Christians, Christians who are locals, who are natives, Christians whose grandfather, great-grandfather were born in Nigeria, in northern Nigeria. Christians who are owners of the land. Today, what is happening is that they have been dispossessed. They have been dislodged and dislocated from their lands. And how is it happening? Fulani Herdsmen are kidnapping them, then extorting money, worth millions of naira in Nigerian currency. Hundreds of millions of naira have been extorted from families whose members are kidnapped. And then, after a while, these families go broke, searching for money to pay as ransom. Now, what is happening again, like I said, these terrorists, and they are Fulanis who are Muslims, they come to the houses of people, they shoot dead either the father, and then they'll grab the children, who may be normally 5 or 6, and then they leave the mother, and then after 2-3 days, they'll send a text message or a cell message to the mother and say, look, yes, we kidnap your kids, we are asking for a ransom of 100 million. If you cannot pay, we will execute them one by one. We are giving you 2 weeks to do that.
Oh.
And that is what is happening. And in the process, some of these girls are raped. The men are brutalized. They are beaten. They are chained hands to leg. You understand? They don't go. When they want to take a pee, the pee where they are chained. When they want to go and, if they want to do anything, they do that. And I have seen and I've asked, and they've told me, a lot of these victims, not 1, not 2, but up to 20, 30, they say, look, we don't eat food maybe twice in 2 weeks. They feed us maybe twice in 2 weeks. Some of them say we live only on grasses and mango leaves, you know, and by the time they are released, a lot of them could not walk. So you see now, and this kidnapping is happening every day. Every day somebody is murdered, not 1, not 2. Every day a household is murdered. Somebody from a household is murdered, another one from another compound is murdered, and the household are carted away into a forest in Kaduna called Rijana, which the government is very much aware of, and it's not doing anything. And now, like I told you, when they are taken into this forest, they are brutalized, and then the members of their family start looking for money to pay. And after all, when they secure the release of these persons, what really happened is this: they have no cash, so they have to sell their lands, their farmlands. They turn to beggar. And who buys the land? Probably the relatives of the people that kidnapped them.
That is beyond heartbreaking, my brother. So the question is, for a lot of people in the West, they want to know: is this a land dispute, or is this persecution because they're Christians?
Well, it is simply persecution because they are Christians, number 1, and so that they can grab their lands. Now, I will tell you something, Raj. I am from the northern part of Nigeria, and I'm a Christian. My state, Benue, where I come from, we have over 92% population, which are Christians. Where I live in northern Nigeria, the place is called Kaduna. That place is evenly divided between Christians and Muslims. Now, what the government do not like, what northern governors do not like, is that they don't want to know, they don't like hearing that, yeah, they have indigenous Christians who are northerners. They don't want that, so that they can tell the world that, look, Nigeria is divided into Christian North, Christian South, and Christian North. But unfortunately, we have over 40 million Christians who are in the North, who are indigenous to the North, but they don't enjoy what Muslims in the North enjoy. So the Fulani terrorists take advantage of this and start exterminating those people, taking them away from their land, kidnapping them and killing them. Then when, after continuous attacks, killing, the Christians will now be forced to run away from their indigenous land. When they run and they go away, the Fulanis will come and occupy the land and then rename the land. So you see that it is persecution, it is land grabbing, it is kidnapping, it is all whatnot.
So you mentioned that this happens often. How often does this happen? How long has this been happening? Can you maybe give me an example or two of the massacres that you've seen after it happened?
Well, first of all, let me answer how long it has been happening. As a reporter, I noticed this around 2015 under the administration of a president called Muhammadu Buhari. The Muslims who were not indigenous to our lands, before Buhari came in, we don't see Muslims, we don't see Fulani extremists or headers in our areas before now. Then all of a sudden we started seeing them, and then they started grazing on our lands, and if you complain, they could shoot you or they could behead you. And when you report, the police does nothing. But if you take action against them, you are arrested. That was under President Muhammad Buhari. And so before you know it again, it started on, and then kidnapping, then attacks, heavy attacks. We have a lot of attacks. I don't know where to start from. I don't know which examples to give you. I can say it's in southern Kaduna. For southern Kaduna has in between 2016 and 2023 has experienced more than 300 brutal attacks, with villages had been wiped out. And it is reoccurring in Benue. It is happening in Benue too. In Benue, there was a time 88 persons were murdered in one bloody night. In a night, that was in 2017 or 2018. And when they were asked, the leaders of the headers said, well, we have to kill these people because they killed our cattle. It's there in the news. 88 Christians were murdered, were massacred in a night in 2018. And when the governor was burying them, giving them mass burial, the president of the country got angry, said, you are putting us on the spotlight. You are painting Nigeria black by burying Christians in the night, in the open, where the media is happening. Now, as a reporter, as a conflict reporter, in 2023, I went to a county in Benue State, and the county is called Ukum County, that we call it local government area in Nigeria. I heard there was a massacre. 72 persons were killed by Fulani Herdsmen, and the news, and it was not on news. So, and the Reverend Father called me and told me, look, Mike, I want you to come and see what is happening in our land. You are from Benue, please tell Truth Nigeria, we want you to come. So when I got to Ukum, that is in Benue, in Ukum County, we started going deep into the forest region. Now,
we've gotten to a stage in Nigeria in the sense that any matters arising in Nigeria now, because we believe that our government cannot help us, so we have to take it to other authorities like in America. You can see that this eyewitness was actually talking to this CBS concerning the way Christians are being massacred in Nigeria, and the way these terrorists, that these Fulani Herdsmen, do kidnap them and still collect ransom from them. Sometimes these people will start looking for money in order to pay the ransom. And after sometimes you find out that because of the way they have kept these people for so long, you find out that when they are being released, either they are being malnourished or they can't walk again. This is what terrorists are doing in Nigeria. They have scattered Christians. Like sometimes they do even kidnap Christians, and they'll be asking you, are you a Christian or a Muslim? They have to know the kind of religion you're coming from before they were able to attack, before they're able to do one or two things to the victims. And this is very, very bad. And the worst part of it is that the Nigerian government are aware of these things that are happening, the way these terrorists are kidnapping people and massacring people. Every day you're hearing of murder in this particular community, the next day you're hearing about another murder in another community. Like, it's getting so bad. So I feel that the governments are also aware of things that are going on in Nigeria, but they're not saying anything about it. That's why you see sometimes people start going to other authorities, so that to seek help and solutions, because our Nigerian government are not helping matters. They're not just helping matters, because every day by day people are dying because of these herdsmen. These herdsmen, they don't even have conscience. Like, they'll just go to communities, they'll be burning people's houses, as if they just want war to happen all of a sudden. And we Nigerians are saying we don't like it. Look at the way children get malnourished because of kidnapping. They just kidnap victims, they put them for like 6 months without food or anything, and this would barely feed in that place. Highest, they'll be eating, either surviving with leaf or mangoes that they see around the bush. Sometimes they don't even get water to drink. Sometimes some of them end up dying in that particular cage that they are in, or that particular place that they are in. Like, this is a whole lot. Anyway guys, that's all we have for today. I'm sure you guys have heard what this eyewitness said to the CBS, the way he was complaining about the way Fulani people are launching an attack in different communities in Nigeria. Anyway guys, that's all we have for today. Let me know your thoughts below. And also, if you know you're new to this channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, like and share. So guys, thanks for watching.